Hi everyone, this is Bart, the nature guy, and I'm just taking a little walk here through a park in my area, and I just want to let you know that I'm super excited that the district has invited me to do some distance learning with the classes that I've worked with before, and maybe even some new classes as well. So I'm looking forward to getting to provide you all some YouTube videos, some how-tos, some kind of troubleshooting things that we've gone over, like with tents. We might actually go over, like, what if you pull your tent out and there's the bungee cord is broken that kind of connects all the poles. What do you do with that? How do you fix that? How do you fix those poles that might break? A lot of those fiberglass poles, especially in Minnesota winters, get really tough on the weather and those type of materials. And so if you take it out and all of a sudden your pole's cracked, what do you do there? And then also we might get into some work on some of those knots that we worked on before, but also kind of showing you those outside, some of those kind of real life applications versus just tying to the desk that we did in our classes earlier this year. And then also with we might work on some cooking stuff. I'm also going to be building a fire pit on a property that I go to a lot, and so I'm going to be building one of those keyhole fire pits, if you remember me talking about that. And then also we might actually work on some compass and navigation things, distance learning, and also if there's navigation, if you don't have any of those kind of materials around, as far as like a compass, like how do you find your way in the woods if you don't have a GPS unit, you don't have a compass? What are some of those things in nature that they can kind of help you with direction if you should get lost? And we'll also work on some of those getting lost pieces as well. Also some day hiking pieces. Obviously, being out in nature right now is about the best thing we can do for ourselves, as long as we're maintaining distance, and also maybe we're able to do that. If we're not able to get outside the way we want to, I'll also try to provide some opportunities for you to use that space inside your home, looking outside, some kind of just nature engagement pieces that might be helpful for you during this time. And then also, as spring kind of starts this last melt here, we'll work on water filtration, water purification. What are some things you can do to gather water should your water run out? And then and the survival mechanisms that are around us to help us survive should anything happen and we lose like our day pack, or we just didn't go out in the woods with some of the materials that we thought we would need. And then lastly, some wilderness first aid pieces. So what would be some of those things that you'd want to bring out there, especially when you're away from like ambulances or any emergency systems? How do you wrap an ankle that's been really twisted or even broken? How do you get yourself out of those situations when you don't have the support mechanisms that you usually do? And then lastly, with distance learning, sometimes a lot of this is going to be around reading, and I might actually have you do some quotes and find some quotes from some of those great wilderness writers like John Muir, Theodore Roosevelt, John Francis, Carolyn McKinney. So there's some great artists out there and some great writers that have introduced wilderness in a lot of different ways to people. So I'm going to also try to provide you all some opportunities to research any of those people, and then have that apply to your time for school. So that'll just depend on what your teachers want to do. I'm just going to create videos. Your teachers will introduce it to you how if they kind of see fit, because we don't really know how this works. It's me being an outside contractor working within the schools, how this all will all play out. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how this all works together. I hope you all are too. I miss you guys. I love coming into your classes, and I hope things are well for all of you, and this video finds everybody in good health. So take care. Talk to you all later. Bye-bye.